Hey everybody, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today with another project for the Vicki Boutin design team. Today is all about butterflies. I am going to fussy cut a whole ton of butterflies from this paper here from the Color Study collection. I love these butterflies. They're so pretty. I'm going to embellish them a little bit with some mixed media a little bit later on, but I'm first going to start by cutting a whole bunch of them. They're really easy to cut because of the simple design. So here you go. I've cut a whole bunch. I've done some large ones, some medium ones, and several of the small. I also took my silhouette and cut a circle out of this pre-made mixed media background. And I'm just trying to decide now how I want to use that. Do I want to use the outside or the inner piece? I end up going with the outer edge. I'm going to use that circle in another project, but I'm going to go ahead and just add a whole bunch of foam tape, as you can see here, to the back of that circle. I do want to have some dimension to this page, and this is really the easiest way to do that. So just a little bit of foam tape, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick that down onto my simple white cardstock background. All right, so I'm going to get that going here. I'm going to actually place it, these stripes kind of on the mixed media design horizontally versus vertically as I initially thought. But this background here goes really well with the photos. So I picked it. Now I want to just really place my butterflies kind of around my page. I find the best way for sticking something like this down are with some glue dots. So I'm going to use these dots by Thermoweb. I do want to cover part of my photo here, so I am going to use the leaf of the butterfly to kind of hide that. And I am trying to scatter them in a planned but random fashion. So I am going to have a few here on the left side of my photo, some of the larger ones to cover in that white space area. I do want to kind of cover off the bottom of my photos just to kind of hide them a little bit. And I'm mixing up the different sizes of the butterflies, both large, small, and medium, and just kind of adding things here and there. And I just realized one of those butterflies actually covers the butterfly in the photo. So I can't remember, did I fix that or did I leave that? That wasn't smart if I left it, but I'm going to continue on. And then I've decided, as I kind of went through that, I wanted to take some of these smaller butterflies and layer them onto the larger ones. So I will do that as well later on. Same thing, I'll use glue dots for that as well. You'll see right now I will just kind of place some of those smaller ones just inside, just to make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. Won't do that to too many, but to 3 or 4 of them I will do that, and that will be it mostly for the butterflies. I ended up having a couple here. I just couldn't not use them all, so I probably put too many butterflies on, but I feel like I maybe went a little butterfly overboard, but I like the effect. And it is a page about butterflies, so I did want to add a little something extra to the center of the butterflies, although some of them do have, as you can see, some of that green washed effect in the paper, but I wanted to add more of that orangey yellow, so I'm mixing some of the Vicki's Art crayons with some water and really, honestly, super lightly just adding that color onto the middle of the layered butterflies. I don't want to add a lot because this paper will warp if I do that, so I'm really being gentle about how much I'm placing and dabbing it off pretty quickly, actually, just to make sure I don't get a lot of warp. And then I'm just going to add some droplets to my white background just to kind of soften that up a little bit so it's not so stark white. That won't take long to dry, so I'm just going to dab those off. You actually can't really see them here in the video, but in the close-up you can see the little light splatters throughout. I do want to add a little bit of foam tape behind the wings of the butterflies just to make sure that when I do put this in a page protector at some point, it will still, kind of maintain that integrity of the dimension that I want. So foam tape is my best friend, as you know. So I'm going to add a lot of that in behind some of these layered butterflies to make sure I keep that. I did want to even make that white background a little less white, so I have a few little splatters of black ink that I'm going to use. That will help kind of bring in some of that black from the butterflies too, and it will help kind of de-whitify that white part of the background. I want to add a bit of a title, so I'm kind of going through my scraps here of Color Study. I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty with what I have left, but I still have a few of these scripted puffy stickers, so I thought this would be perfect to fill in that area down underneath my butterflies in my photos. So I'm going to add that for my title, and then I'm using every little last piece of those puffy dots on this sticker sheet as well to kind of add, instead of like an enamel dot, the puffy dots. And I'm trying to do it in the same color grouping as the paper. So the lighter pink, the darker the orange, and then a bit of the green. I'm adding that, both hearts and circles, in amongst those kind of color groups onto my background. So that's a good way to add in a little extra bits and really use all those stickers on the sheet. Thought about adding the arrow, but I thought, look, to be honest, it just didn't go with the whole vibe of my page, so I quickly removed that. Looking through my stickers to see what I might be able to add. This pink one just filled in nicely underneath that bottom edge of the photo. Thought about some chipboard. To be honest, I don't have a lot of room left, so I don't really want to add a whole lot. The butterflies really take a lot of the embellishing, but I thought a strip of this washi up on the top edge of my photo would clean up that area nicely. All right, here's a couple close-ups. A really simple page for today. I really love the effect of that art crayon on those butterflies mixed with the ones that are green from the actual paper. You really can't tell which ones have the art crayon added and which ones are just the paper standard. So really simple page for you today. I hope you liked it, and I will see you again very soon with another page for the Vicki Boutin design team. Bye-bye.